Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well and that students are continuing to be responsible learners, even at home. I've noticed that some of you might be having some trouble adjusting to distance learning, so I'm here today to take you on a trip to find some answers. Follow me as we check in on 6 different students with 6 different problems. We'll see what kind of trouble they're having and we'll explore some solutions that can help them find success with distance learning. Get ready, because today we're going on
A distance learning safari!
Let's Go. This is Sleepy Zebra. Sleepy Zebra's problem is that he's falling asleep during online lessons. He's finding it hard to stay awake during online class time.
Timmy, are you ready? Give me a little thumbs up. You look really comfy down there. No? And are you drooling?
You see, now that schools have been closed, Sleepy Zebra thinks he doesn't need to wake up early anymore. As a result, he's been staying up late every night. What is he even doing? The point is, without the structure of a daily schedule, Sleepy Zebra has completely thrown his sleep cycle out of order. Now he stays up way past his normal bedtime and ends up waking up incredibly late.
Wake up!
This has negatively impacted his performance in the classroom.
How can I fix this?
Maintaining a healthy sleep schedule is extremely important for the body. Just because you don't have to wake up early for school doesn't mean you should be sleeping in late all the time. Work with your parents and guardians to come up with a daily schedule to keep yourself busy. It's more important now than ever that you structure your day in an orderly manner. Choose a normal bedtime and wake-up time to follow and try to stick with it. Also, just because you're learning at home doesn't mean you should be attending class while in bed. It's okay to make yourself comfortable, but you should try to be sitting up so that you're ready to learn. Our second scenario is on Distracted Tiger. Distracted Tiger can't focus during online lessons. Instead of paying attention to her teacher, she spends her class time getting distracted by everything around her. Sometimes she plays with toys or other items,
I'm right here.
and even holds them up to the camera.
Hello? Can you please pay attention?
Sometimes she watches TV on the side or plays with her mobile device. On occasion, she types or says things in chat that have nothing to do with the class discussion. Other times, she even brings food and focuses more on eating than on listening and participating. Without the structure of an actual classroom and a physical teacher nearby, Distracted Tiger just can't seem to focus.
How do I stop it?
Try to make sure you have a nice and comfortable setup with a chair, table, and materials in a quiet space so that you're ready to learn, free from distractions. If some of these items are unavailable, settle for a place where you can work with the least amount of disruption. Remember that online lesson time is the same as normal class time. It's up to you to create a learning space for yourself that is free from things that could distract you during class time. This is Lazy Monkey. Lazy Monkey doesn't do any work. Now, back to Lazy Monkey. He does have access to technology. He does have access to the internet. He does have plenty of books, school supplies, and paper at home. His teacher has already provided Lazy Monkey a schedule to follow, assignments to complete, and a clear expectation that class will continue as usual.
All done! My assignments are ready.
However, none of that matters because Lazy Monkey isn't doing any work. He doesn't read, he doesn't write, he doesn't do math. He's not completing any assignments. He's just lazy.
What do I do now?
Ask yourself why you're not doing any work. Do you need to refocus? Do you need to create a schedule of your own to better structure your day? Do you need to contact your teacher for support? If you do not have access to technology yet, then make a list of the things that you can do with what you have available. You can still do a lot with just paper and pencil. Lastly, not practicing your skills and accessing your knowledge will result in regression. Regression means that your skills and knowledge are going to level down. By not doing your assignments, you're putting yourself at risk of losing the skills that you've worked so hard to acquire in school. And you'll be sabotaging yourself for the future. Here we have Lethargic Elephant. Lethargic Elephant isn't getting any physical activity due to being cooped up at home. He spends his days lounging around, not doing anything. Sure, he still gets around to doing some of his work, but for the most part, he finds it incredibly difficult to get up and move around. As Lethargic Elephant continues to stay inactive, his body will eventually become weaker from the lack of exercise. A weak body means that it will be easier for you to get sick or develop other kinds of physical health conditions. In addition, the more Lethargic Elephant stays this way, the less energy he'll have for the next day and the day after that.
What can I do then?
Try to make time every day, either after your school time or during your brain breaks, to do some kind of physical activity. This can include stretching, exercising, doing go noodles, or even dancing. You can even go out to the yard if you have the permission of your parents or guardians. It is important to do some kind of physical activity every day. There are lots of different tutorials or exercise videos that you can access at home. You could try yoga.
Yoga? I know yoga.
Okay, our hands are up. Fly to one side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You could even use this time to do some weight training and maybe build some muscle for next year. Being active will help you stay healthier while you're continuing to learn at home. In addition, something as simple as moving your body can help get your brain juices flowing. Our next subject is Confused Giraffe. Confused Giraffe doesn't know how to access her distance learning plans. She's confused by all of the different notices, letters, emails, and social media posts that are being released and feels overwhelmed with everything else that's going on. She's not sure if her parents have been in contact with her teacher, or vice versa, and doesn't quite know how to access online programs from home. Programs that she would normally use in class every day. Without the convenience of being at school, confused giraffe just doesn't know how to manage.
How do I figure this out?
It's okay to feel a little confused. These are definitely some confusing times. The first step that you should take is to double check that you and your family are in contact with your teacher. This definitely means making sure your parents and guardians have downloaded the Parent Square app on one of their devices to ensure that they're always in constant communication with your teacher. Other programs that your teacher uses are also good backup options. These options can differ from teacher to teacher, but can include Class Dojo, Schoology, Seesaw, and even the teacher's classroom Instagram account. Once communication has been established, you and your teacher can work out a plan that best supports you with your home learning. Our last subject is Nervous Parrot. Nervous Parrot is too worried about everything that's going on to be productive. In other words, she's too stressed out to do anything. She can't focus on her work. She's becoming sad and grumpy. She has a hard time going to sleep and waking up. Food just doesn't taste as good anymore because she's constantly worried about something. It might be about whether or not she'll get to see her friends again. She might be worried about the health of her and her family. She might even be feeling anxiety from simply not knowing what's going to happen next. There's a lot of reasons to be nervous. No one can tell her when this is all going to end, and that scares her. So, what's the solution? In order to answer that, I thought it'd be a good idea to invite the calmest person I know to give you the answer.
People are very concerned about what's going on, and you might feel nervous or sometimes scared about what's happening with the virus and when we'll go back to school. But remember, we all have tools that we can use on a daily basis that we learned in school. The first thing to remember is if you're getting anxious, to stop. Stop, take a deep breath in. And let it all out. And you might be able to do another one. It's easy. Stop. Take a breath. Let it out. And remember, there are many, many smart people all over the world working very, very hard to find answers for us. Meanwhile, you know what to do. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family, wash your hands, attend the online lessons because we're all here for you. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Mr. Brunke. So, you have to believe me when I say you will see your friends and teachers again. You will get to enjoy outdoor activities again. You will get to come back to school again, but you need to be patient. Let go of your anxiety, nervousness, frustration, fear, and think of this time as an opportunity. You can use this time to learn and practice a new skill, like the guitar. You can spend more time with your family. You can challenge yourself to read as many books as possible. Practice your art skills by watching my art tutorial video series for Art Academy. Try and find fun things to do that calm and relax you. Don't bottle up your emotions. Take the time to talk to someone close to you regularly about your feelings. They might even want to share their feelings with you. Being nervous doesn't help you. So why choose to be nervous? Choose to be better. Well, I hope this video gave some of you the answers or help that you need to find success through distance learning. Remember that while schools are closed, school is not over. To all students, stay diligent with your work and stay tuned for more video content in the future. See you next time.